Welcome to our first video on Google Sites, how to make them and how to use them. I'm the teacher librarian here at Madera South, Jordan Maddox. Today we're going to get into the broad overview of what Google Sites are, how to set up your Google site, create pages, and more. So let's get into it. Alright, so let's get started with how you make a Google site. The first step is to actually create the site, which is really simple. You go to sites.google.com. And then up here you have some options. These are templates, so sites that already have a structure. So if you want to just click on one of these, you can have a kind of a somewhat pre-made site that you can use, or you can create a blank site from scratch. So that's what we're going to choose to do. So to create a site, you just click on this little Google logoed plus sign, and then it will automatically open up a blank site where you can start filling information. Now, the first thing you might want to do is to title your site. So I'm going to put Jordan Maddox's web page, for example. Okay, and then that is your site's name. Now that's what it will show up as. This right here is a page title. This is your home page. So you might want to put home page or welcome to my site, something along those lines. You can stretch this from side to side to make it a little wider if you want to, but that's how you name your site. Okay, next step, how do you create pages? Well, on the right hand side here you've got basically a giant toolbar with a lot of different options and features. So the first thing you want to do is click over to Pages, where you can create individual pages for your site. You do that by hovering down here where it says New Page. So when you hover your cursor over the plus sign, it expands into this 4-option little toolbar down here. You want to click New Page, and then we'll ask you to name your new page. So I'm going to put About or About Me, for example. So this is maybe your About page. Okay, and then when you title it, it'll automatically make the title this the same as the title of the page. You can change that, of course, to About section or whatever. And then it will keep the title the same up here. Now if you want to change the name of your page after you've created it, you click on these 3 little balls over here in the corner and you go to Properties, and then you're able to change the name of the page. Okay? Now if you want to create cascading pages or pages that are underneath sections, so let me show you an example. So about my let's see. So maybe I have early life, and then I want to also have a section about later life. So maybe I'm dividing my About page into 2 pages, one about my early life and one about my later life. You can actually click on the pages, grab them, and then hover them over another page, and then they'll become a sub-page of that page. Okay, and so then you have pages that are hidden within other pages, just like that. You can move pages around pretty easily, click on them along this toolbar to hover between pages, but that's how you create pages in the most basic way possible. Okay, now let's talk about themes. So there's a lot of different themes that you can create here, or some custom themes that you can create, but you can also use some of their themes. So you can constantly change themes if you'd like, if you just want a different style to your site. And then when you pick a new theme, you can also adjust the color style. So you can maybe make it, some blue, some green, some purple. You can add your own. You can also change the font of it. If you'd like to change the font style to something bold like that or classic like that. There's lots of different options amongst the themes. Now you can also create your own custom theme as well. So if you don't like any of these, you can create your own custom theme. So I'm going to title this theme Jordan Maddox's custom theme, and on here it gives you a couple different options. You can add a logo. So instead of having your description up here, or in addition to having your description up here, you can also add a logo. So let's say I want to upload a picture that I have on my desktop. I'm going to upload this nature logo. It's kind of cool. It's gonna maybe I'm making a website about nature. And then I can also add a banner image. So instead of this image on the background here, I can add my own. So in this case, I'll add this nature banner. Okay, so now I have a logo and a nature banner. Now the next thing I want to do is pick my colors. So they give you a bunch of different color palettes. You can choose any of these, or of course create your own. I'm going to choose this one because it's a nice soft palette. And then I can choose my fonts. So I'm going to choose this one, and let's say this one. Okay. So then suddenly it creates your own custom theme for your website with your logo in addition to your title. Now, the last thing in this particular section about creating your overall Google site is how to publish it. So publish it means adding your site to either Madera Unified's web, so people within Madera Unified, like your teacher, can see it, or publishing it for the whole internet. So if you hit the publish button up over here, it will ask you what you'd like to name your site. So you can see down here it says sites.google.com/MaderaUSD.org, and then it will add this last bit of your URL to the very end, which is your specific site. Okay. Now for most things, we just want to keep it anyone in Madera Unified School District. And when we hit this publish button, it will publish it, and then you can go up here to this little drop-down menu and view published site. So now I have an active live website that I can find. That page is not working, but hopefully this makes sense, and hopefully you understand the basics of how to create a Google site. Hopefully this video has been helpful for you. Hopefully you understand how to make your own Google site. In our next video, we'll get into more detail on how to create pages on a Google site. We'll see you there.